I'm writing a book right now, and it's called Be Remembered for Your Call, Not Your Downfall. Subtitle of the book is hear this, from powerful and influential to pitiful. And on the cover of the book, I'm going to have a list of over 20 names that I'm writing about. I'm not writing about their failure. I'm mentioning their names, but I'm not going into their failures, because you know what their failures are. And if you don't know, all you've got to do, ask a guy who has a memory to bring up your past, Mr. Google. Society may forget, but Google is unforgiving. And he will embarrass you 20 years down the road when you think society has forgotten your past. Google is very unforgiving. And I'm not digging into their failures. I'm trying to mention their failures, their downfall, the hiccups, and all of that, the mistakes. And it's for us to learn from them. And I'm showing you how these people were once powerful and influential. But when you hear the name, you walk away in disgrace. Be remembered for your call, not your downfall. When my dear preacher who I admire the most, Jimmy Swaggart, died a year ago, and yes, he's my favorite preacher, I went to the funeral. I postponed my birthday celebration to be in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I drove 7.5 hours. I don't lie. I don't make things up. After church, put her aside. Give her $20. I said, tell me the truth. Did your brother really go to Jimmy Swaggart's funeral? She'll tell you, but you got to give her $20 first. I drove 7.5 hours to Baton Rouge to be at the funeral, because that's my favorite preacher. I have every book in my library that Jimmy Swaggart wrote. If he sneeze, I buy it. If he cough, I buy it, because I trust the man's theology. When he died a year ago, if you can remember all the news media, when they announced Jimmy Swaggart is dead, you know what picture they put on the news media of Jimmy Swaggart crying, please forgive me, I have sinned. They did not put the fact that the man built schools in Haiti, did medical work in Africa. They didn't put none of that. They didn't put the fact that the man filled stadiums of thousands and thousands of people. They didn't put the fact that the man was a good piano player and a good preacher. They put the fact that I want the world to remember this, the man who had a downfall. They reminded you in his death, after 30 plus years of his downfall, in the man's death. Be remembered for your call, not your downfall. My stepmother was so upset and mad for the fact that she kept saying, you're telling me they couldn't put nothing about his work, his crusades, all they had to put the fact of his downfall? Because the news media wanted to remind the world of his downfall, even in his death. Be remembered for your call, not your downfall. Nothing positive was said about Uzziah at the end of his life. All they said about him, he was a leper, and he died.